Hello and welcome again to Insight, your online news source from the International Car Wash Association. Professional car washing is in the news a lot lately, and we want to keep you abreast of what's going on. Today we are featuring Frank Lynch of Cactus Car Wash in Atlanta, who recently appeared on the NBC Today show. Frank is a full-service car wash operator who received some interesting media attention due to a charity event he held with the help of one of his managers. Take a look at the video from the NBC Today show with Matt Lauer. It's great to see coverage about something that is good in our industry and the people who make it happen.
This morning on Take It Off Today, we're talking about the buddy system. Studies show that dieters with a strong support network have greater success losing weight and then keeping it off. But sometimes it's plain old trash talking that can do the trick. NBC's Ron Mott recently met up with a man in Atlanta who found the inspiration he needed after a dare from his boss.
At 330 pounds, Antonio Douglas was not the picture of health. Obese, diabetic. But today, just 6 months after gastric bypass surgery,
out of all the years of nagging, all the frustrations coming out in 100 meters.
And years of nagging from his boss, he's closing in on fit and trim, having shed 115 pounds.
I made up my mind I need to do something drastic. Looking at those photos, it kind of shocked me just to see the size that I was. I really didn't know it. I didn't know I was that big.
The obvious reasons aside,
You're going down.
Douglas says one of his biggest motivators was a challenge.
So what I said was, don't you feel bad about the fact like an old man like me can run twice as fast as you can?
And with that, it was on.
Okay, this is serious.
Yeah, it's on.
To view the entire video of Frank and Antonio's challenge, click on the link on the left. In other news, Car Care World Expo 2008 is quickly approaching. This week we are highlighting our keynote presentation, Leadership at the Highest Level, with General Richard Myers. General Myers, who served as the 15th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was the principal military advisor to the President, to the Secretary of Defense, and the National Security Council during America's engagement in Iraq and Afghanistan. He also played a part in the military's role following Hurricane Katrina. He has appeared in virtually every appearance by the former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld during the last 6 years, and also appeared frequently with President Bush during press briefings. His face is recognizable even if his accomplishments aren't. He'll be a great wind-up keynote speaker on Thursday, April 10 in Orlando. For more information on Car Care World Expo 2008, including a schedule of events, a list of exhibitors, and educational sessions, click on the link on the left. Finally, this month on the Cleaning Edge, we visited the Rockwell Automation Fair in Chicago to learn about power management. Check out the Cleaning Edge to see how you can take advantage of technology advancements to save energy and money.
So I have a good kind of an idea what a peak demand is, but I've heard that before, and I've been in the industry a long time. I'm not even sure what a peak demand is and why it causes me to pay more money for my electrical bill. Can you do a little bit of definition on that and explain it?
All right, basically peak demand is a measurement of energy use during a window of time that the power utilities dictate. So they will measure the amount of usage in a way of kilowatt hours or amps that you're drawing during that period of time. And you might only see that at the first time when the blowers start up during the beginning part of the day and not see that for the rest of the time that you're on operation. But however, if it's in that window of measurement and it hits that peak, the power utility has to provide that amount of power to you throughout the day. So that's what you're getting charged at, whether you realize it or not.
So if I go to layman's terms, we're talking about being charged all day long for a small peak period, which when I'm starting heavy horsepower motors like dryer fans or pump motors or something like that.
Absolutely. That period of time can be measured in oftentimes 30 or 15-minute intervals. But again, you're being charged as the owner of the car wash the entire time that you're in operation.
Thanks very much, Dan. I'm sorry, Tom. Go ahead. You have something, Dan?
Yeah, a specific example would be if you've got a 10 horsepower motor, it draws 14 amps full load current. But when you start that motor, it will draw anywhere between 6 and 14 times that 14 amps that you're associated with. And what you're doing with the drive or soft storage, you're cutting off that spike. That's the peak demand, the difference between full line current and the spike you see when you start the motor.
This month, the Cleaning Edge is available to everyone. Just click on the link on the left to view the entire video. Well, that's all for this edition of Insight. We'll see you again next week.